Hello, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to the Litany of Catholic Martyrs for June 5th. As always, please pray. Excuse me. Please pray for the family of those whose loved ones were martyred on Easter Sunday in Sri Lanka. As always, I am doing this because as the martyrs go, so goes the church. The blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church. And I believe that to a large degree that the hierarchy of the church, the clerics, the religious bishops, do not mention it as much as they should. They don't even mention the saints as much as they should, even on the feasts and solemnities. So I do this for the one or two or three or whatever, how many people who read this and take a look at this to understand that the martyrs are an important and integral part of the growth of the church. In the first 3 or 4 centuries, every pope was murdered. Every pope was martyred. Every pope was martyred. That'd be like saying that we're all waiting for Francis to be murdered, and Benedict, and John Paul II, and Pope Paul VI, and Pope Pius XII. All of them would have been murdered. So we have to remember that. We have to remember that they gave their lives. And all these people I'm going to read about this morning, all these wonderful, faithful people, the sufferings and tortures that they endured for the church. And with the main thing that I really want everyone to remember is that we are Catholics. And as Catholics, part of being Catholics, part of our confirmation in our faith is that we are called to be martyrs as well. Red martyrs if necessary, but white martyrs each and every day that we are persecuted. And to stand up for the faith and to be good Catholics. So as I read these names, remember that we are also to be like them. So let's begin. At Cremona in Serbia, St. Anthony Mary Zachariah, confessor, founder of the Barnabites and the Angelic Virgins. It's beautiful, angelic virgins. Distinguished for all the virtues and for miracles. He was distinguished for all the virtues and for miracles. He was placed among the saints by Leo XIII. His body was venerated in the church of St. Barnabas at Milan. Milan had a lot of action back then, boy. At Rome, St. Zoe Martyr, wife of the blessed martyr Nicostratus, whilst praying at the tomb of the apostle St. Peter during the time of Diocletian, she was seized by the persecutors and cast into a dark dungeon. Then, being suspended on a tree by her neck and hair, and suffocated by a loathsome smoke, as if being hung by a tree by her neck wasn't enough torture, she finally yielded up her soul in the confession of the Lord. In Syria, the birthday of St. Domitius, martyr, who by his miracles confers many favors on the people of that country. And now they're killing Catholics by the boatload. Well, I guess they were killing them back then, too. At Cyrene in Libya, St. Cyrilla, a martyr in the persecution of Diocletian. For a long while she held on her hand burning coals of incense, lest by shaking off the coals she would seem to be offering incense to the idols. She was afterwards cruelly scourged and went to her spouse, adorned with her own blood. At Jerusalem, St. Athanasius, a deacon, who was apprehended by the heretics for defending the Council of Chalcedon, and after experiencing all kinds of torments, was put to the sword. In Sicily, the holy martyrs Agatho and Tryphena. At Tomis in Scythia, the holy martyrs Marinus, Theodotus, and Sadofa. At Treves, St. Numerian, bishop and confessor. St. Michael of these saints, whose death is mentioned on the 10th of April. And finally, at San Servino, in the March of Ancona, St. Philomena, Virgin. These are the men, women, and children the Church has decided to honor today for their love and sacrifice for the Church. May we in our daily goings and comings do as we are asked by the faith, just like these men and women and children have. Thank you all for listening. God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye.